Hi everyone, welcome on board to Peridot TV, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded. Tension in Imo State as Ihedioha had to cancel his return as Uzodinma government police alleged violence. Former Imo governor Emeka Ihedioha has cancelled his trip to Imo State. His camp Wednesday night accused the state government of cooking up allegations that the former House of Representatives Deputy Speaker return will set Imo on fire. Ihedioha, who has been in Abuja since the Supreme Court verdict that removed him and affirmed the election of Governor Hope Uzodinma, was scheduled to return to the state Thursday afternoon. On Wednesday, the state government accused him and his party of planning a massive protest against it. Oguwike Nwachukwu, chief press secretary to the governor, in a statement said that violence will occur. He said the government was aware of plots by the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to stage protests during which they will again pour insults on the Supreme Court judges for refusing to reverse their earlier judgment on Imo governorship case. Well, it's so sad that the people's, opinion, mandate, and choice has been stolen, and the state itself has been turned into a state that looks as if it would never be governed properly. At the end of the day, the fight between these political criminals, it ends at the end of the day. The people of that state are the ones that will end up suffering first. Even when they don't have anything to fight about, the people are already suffering. When they decide to fight each other, the people suffer even more. And unfortunately, there will be some people out there that will not ask for the children of those politicians to come out with them to protest, come out with them to fight, come out with them to riot, come out with them during elections. All of their kids are abroad. They are in UK, they are in Europe, they are domiciled in the United States of America, they are in Canada, and they do not live in the forest regions or zones or states or cities or towns in those places. They live in top-notch, high-profile environment areas in those states, in those countries. But unfortunately, some people will be allowed to be used. If these people need to fight, yes, I understand that the mandate of the people have been stolen. They need to protest, but they need to protest with their senses intact, because at the end of the day, the same Hope might decide to be PDP next 8 years, as it is all about their vested interest. The same man that you might want to die for, Emeka Ihedioha, of course, is the people's choice. He might decide to decamp if APC is going to give him what he wants. Most of those people are not staunch member of any party, as the party itself does not have any clear-cut ideology. They don't have any progressive ideology. It's just a name and a party. The party is not created with a certain rules and regulation, and this is what they are standing for, like how it is in other countries. If the party is called Labour, it will be for the masses, it will be for the people, for workers, and they will keep pushing policies that will enable workers to achieve and make their life even more better, to achieve progress. But unfortunately, they might call it Labour Party, they might call it Progress Party, they might call it Alliance for Greatness. They call it any name. They might call it Action Congress. At the end of the day, you see the person that is nominated, the flag bearer, is as slow as, snail. They call it Labour. You realize that they have no policy that will change the lives of the workers. So it's simply an anointing ground to foster, to push forward their own personal, gain, their own personal purpose in life, and not the people. It's such a shame that Emeka Ihedioha, has been kicked out. And it's a terrible issue. So they said that the government is fully aware of the plan by the PDP to hide under the guise of welcoming ousted Governor Emeka Ihedioha back to Imo State to stage a protest. I don't see a reason why
the people cannot protest. If the choice of the people has been stolen, they can actually protest. But what I'm saying is to protest and use your sense. Use all the senses you have to read your environment, to check your environment. Use your intuition to read. Because at the end of the day, the governor is not going to die. Ihedioha is not going to die. He's not going to get injured. All right. The entourage of the present governor, Opuzodima, was attacked. But did you hear that Opuzodima had any injury? When he went to village, some people in some village there, he wasn't injured. They claimed they broke his the bulletproof car and all of that, but you will never hear that he got injured. Anyway, they said that they are going to protest, and I don't see any reason why they cannot actually protest. Protest is part of the constitution. If people feel that their mandate has been stolen and they feel that they need to do something, then they have to protest. They said their plan is to make it look like Imo people trooped out to welcome him and hide under that cover to display placards condemning the Supreme Court justice for refusing to reverse their judgment in favor of Ihedioha and the PDP. I don't see any reason why they cannot actually, bring out placards. It is not about violence. From the airport, they plan to proceed to Owerri, the state capital, to continue with the protest. Government is also aware that they have imported thugs from neighboring states for this purpose because the few members left in their ranks cannot make the impact they crave for. Uzodinma administration called on the security agencies to take note of the alleged devilish plot by Ihedioha, and the PDP, People's Democratic Party, and take necessary steps to ensure that there is no breach of peace, which is okay. Police can actually come out to make sure that everybody does the right thing. But when it comes to the issue of stopping people from protesting, then you are taking away from them their fundamental human right, the right to protest. Within a few hours, the Nigerian police banned rallies and protests across the state immediately. The Imo Command spokesperson, SP Ikeoku Godson Orlando, in a statement said that some group of persons have concluded plans to use the return of Ihedioha to foment trouble. The command warned that there should be no rally, gathering, or assembly of any kind in relation to the visit. Why? The general public is therefore advised not to allow themselves to be used by anyone or group to foment as anyone found culpable will be made to face the wrath of the Lord. That's normal. No one should be used, but people should come out to protest if they have to protest. It's their right. In this reaction, Ihedioha said that even though he decided to stay away from family and friends in Imo, I am not aware that I have been exiled out of the state. Unfortunately, the statement by the Imo state government made several spurious allegations, including that I plan to lead violent protests as well as import thugs to perpetrate violence. Nothing could be further from the truth. I am not, and I've never been, a violent person. My reputation is that of peace and fair play. I have never propagated or tolerated violence, and I never will. Ihedioha disclosed that he received intelligence that the Imo government, acting in concert with some rogue elements within the security apparatus, plan to arrest and detain many of our supporters and to visit mayhem on the expected large crowd, which they anticipate will come out to welcome me back home. Of course, he's their governor. Why would they come out en masse to welcome him home and say, look, this is our choice. We voted for this man. Some claim that they were setting discrepancy and they were able to shut down Uzodinma. I wouldn't know. All I know is INEC and the structure that we have in Nigeria supports violence during election, payment for vote, and a lot of very disheartening actions, very terrible activities, inimical to the country. These are the events and activities and actions that we oftentimes see. So, is it by judging me by character? Their scheme is to stigmatize and garb us in the toga of violence. These are the tendencies of unpopular and illegitimate regimes. It is therefore for the foregoing reasons that I have decided to postpone my trip to Owerri, so as to frustrate their evil plans and machinations. My visit is not what the life of any Imo citizen. However, the massive deployment of security personnel by the government as well as thugs cannot deter us. and the majority of our people from pursuing our collective vision for a better Imo state. The constitutional rights, including the right to free speech, to freedom of movement, are inalienable. And nobody can take that away from me. I will certainly, by the grace of God, be visiting the state very soon. Hope Uzodimma's government came up with this story. That is what they claim. And they said they are not violent. They say this present administration, the Hausa Fulani administration, installed Hope Uzodimma, and this is not their own choice. Are you an Imolite? What is your opinion? Is this man, Hope Uzodimma, the man for you? Drop it at the comment section below. And while you're that, if you are not a member of this channel, let's grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever our videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.